It has been quite some time since the last pure Borderlands experience. Sure, we've had Borderlands adventure games and Tiny Tina's spin on Dungeons & Dragons, which I really enjoyed, but it has been almost 6 years since the release of Borderlands 3, a game that didn't quite capture the universe like the previous titles did. So with Borderlands 4, there is a lot at stake. Does the formula still resonate with fans? Can it evolve with modern times? Can the once great king of the loot and shoot reclaim its throne? Well, thanks to a generous amount of hands-on time provided by the good folks at 2K Australia and Gearbox, I have a much clearer picture on how those questions are all going to play out.
Oh, you'll be back.
Let me get this out of the way right off the bat. If you didn't like Borderlands before, I doubt this one's going to change your mind. The core is the same as it's always been. Shoot weird enemies on weird worlds and pilfer cool weapons while sprouting one-liners that would make Arnie cringe. The same goes for the look of the game, which has clearly seen graphical improvements, but it is unmistakably Borderlands. The goal here has obviously not been to reinvent the wheel, but perhaps to give it some new tyres and a set of snazzy rims, which is something I can appreciate. The good news is that these evolutions to the formula, at least the ones I experienced, all seem well thought out and implemented, and in some cases, they're long overdue.
Dust! Or two! Still working it out! Arr!
The first and most welcome of the improvements comes with the combat. I immediately noticed that the gunplay felt snappier, more agile, and close to what you would expect from a modern FPS. This new mobility is only enhanced by a new grappling hook that allows players to scale heights and distances in an instant. Really adds a sense of verticality that Borderlands has never really had. I cannot stress how much better the combat feels, from the lowly minions to the big boss battles. I'm not sure that the gameplay videos really do these improvements justice, but it was instantly noticeable as soon as I picked up the controller. The next big improvement is the addition of a fully open world. While some missions and story content are in separate areas, for the most part the game plays out in a fully open map. This is such a smart move for mine and a significant advancement to the classic smaller maps from the previous games in the series. Makes total sense and gives players a lot more options for exploration and adventure. I do worry that it may suffer from a lack of things to do in the open world, but that is something that concerns me with any game with this sort of open structure. Only time will tell on that part. A big open world is only fun if getting around it isn't a chore, and Borderlands 4 has solved that issue with instantly summonable rides. In previous titles, players had to go to a collection point to summon a vehicle, but in Borderlands 4 you can create one at the press of a button. It's a simple addition, but one that will undoubtedly make a huge difference when traversing the map.
Of the cart. Planning, or even discussing planetary escape is now.
The other improvement I want to make note of is the tone of the game. Borderlands games have been, let's just say, juvenile at times. It worked in the first two games, but time the third one had come out, the shtick had worn pretty thin. Here, there is undoubtedly humour present, but it is, at least from what I saw, taking a more mature approach. No cheap jokes, no teenage snickers. Don't get me wrong, there is plenty of silliness, which I love. After all, what's a Borderlands game without claptrap? But that silliness seems to have heart, and that's not something I could say for previous games. The main bad guy seems to be like a legit baddie in the vein of Darth Vader, as opposed to the YouTube streamers from Borderlands 3 or the ultimate Elon Musk, Handsome Jack, from number 2. It's an interesting change, and while I'm not sure if it's the right move just yet, it is at least a refreshing approach. The last thing I want to talk about is the playable characters themselves. During my time with the game, I got to play as 2 of the 4 final Vault Hunters. The first was the game's Siren. Her name is Vex, and she is essentially a pet class who has the ability to summon magical creatures to do her bidding. The second was Rafa, who was a tech-based character that sports shoulder-mounted weapons and a range of gadget-based specials. In the small amount of time I had, it was hard to get a full read on how these characters will play out once their skill trees have been fully explored. But I have to say I enjoyed my time with both of them, and they do show great promise.
Anything that gives us hope.
And you're sure the Spymaster will be there, right?
He's highly secretive and never leaves the base. Stays locked in the basement. That's what the scouting logs say, at least.
Wow, you actually read those. And here I thought you stuck to romantasy and nutrition.
Overall, my time with Borderlands 4 has shown me that Gearbox isn't trying to change things too much, but what is changing is both needed and well considered.
Bodyguard.
It very much feels like a game made for fans, both current and lapsed. A game that is looking to take the genre that the franchise helped pioneer and bring it to its peak form. For me, that's more than enough. Not every game has to be a groundbreaking piece of art. Some can just take things we've enjoyed before and improve on them. And that's exactly what Borderlands 4 is. It's taking all the stuff we love to the next level. And I guess we'll find out for sure if the dev teams were successful when the full game releases on September 12 for PC, Switch 2, Xbox Series, and PS5. Special thanks to 2K Australia for giving us access to Borderlands 4 for such a period of time. If you want more Borderlands coverage, make sure you head over to player2.net.au to check out the written version of this review and an interview with none other than Randy Pitchford himself. Make sure you like and subscribe the video down below. It helps us out greatly and we really appreciate it when you do so. Thank you for joining us on this preview and make sure you keep an eye out for more Player 2 content coming soon.
Order forces.